Oh yeah, and the gravel traps. Was
Uh,
one behind you?
Thank you.
Here.
Got it.
Okay.
This
Was
one
one?
had already triggered on mine. I'm not sure how it
Yeah,
triggered.
Enderman.
Enderman is, yeah, my best guess.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
should probably. I should probably be careful with gravel traps.
that's the mine. I've watched a bunch of other people, and mine first one. I think it's the only place I've seen it been triggered. So
Yeah, one actually triggered while developing this map.
I see.
Um,
But I also saw, I guess, in Wars originally it was just lava, and then you added the cobwebs later.
yeah, I had somebody. I think. Yeah, I had a one beta tester who just lost all his stuff in this one, I
Mm-hmm.
believe. Because I expect nobody to fall in these, but apparently people actually do.
I fell in
Still,
three of them, I think, and
people are even more stupid than I think. No. But yeah, I basically I fir- I did it in Goliath too, but I did it right above the lava,
one
and
above
it
is
was bit.
way better. Yeah.
Yeah, but I actually did that to reduce the noise of it.
Oh,
And
I see. So the
some people,
lava wouldn't have the
I,
airspace to blub 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 blub.
yeah, some people actually, I think War actually interpreted this as me just being mean and letting you slowly get roasted.
I see. I like it because it gives you time to react and also time to then have like airspace to place a block below
Yeah,
you.
this is basically not really.
Yeah, I don't know that I've
Um,
seen anyone die in this.
no, this doesn't kill you anymore because you
Right.
could literally place blocks under you. I think.
Yeah, I think you can. Yeah, yeah, I guess you're trying it out now as you sink. If you're against
Oh
the
no.
wall, if you're against the wall, I think I placed one against the
Oh
wall.
yeah,
Um, or I probably had a
yeah.
water
Okay.
bucket. Yeah, placed a water bucket too.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I should with bigger ones. I should. If you fall in the middle of it, you're extra screwed, basically.
But in any case, I definitely liked that modification since it didn't originally start out that way.
Hmm.
I like the webs, and it also just gives a cool effect. Like the first time people see it, a bunch of people were like, "Wow, what's going on here? That's amazing."
Yeah, I could use it to distract people. That's fun. But yeah, I like that it gives like a sort of a quicksand or quick gravel vibe. Why is it called quicksand?
Hmm,
If it's not that
that's
quick.
right. And slow sand is something different. So,
Yeah, English. Yeah.
what a
Okay.
language.
So what area did you head to next? Now let's follow that
I went to the
route.
Drizzled Cove because basically I found the three iron here, and the only trap was that there was the creeper spawner, kind of like. And you're very good at placing spawners that are kind of like visible but kind of out of sight. And so
Yeah,
this is a nice example of it. It's very simple.
I used to do that in I think in my first few maps. Yeah, I made more maps than Goliath. I just never released them. I felt they were just too
I see.
copycat of other
I
maps.
see.
So some areas were literally just rip-offs and me just playing around with stuff.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I specifically like this one because it's like, oh yeah, let's just dig up this iron ore. Oh, there's a spawner behind it.
Hmm.
But I used to hide just randomly spawner like over here. I used to do it like in these corners
Right.
like this, but
And
I
you can
feel
see the
that
particles, but yeah, a lot of people don't like that.
yeah, something that Ragecraft does, which I do like, is
Hmm.
just use a
A
totally
different
different.
block, and then it
Yeah,
communicates it
like
that way.
this.
Yeah, exactly.
That's also something I like.
Right. So yeah, I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Personally, I think it's okay to have them hidden in the corner, but I know a lot of people don't like them hidden in the corner like
Yeah,
that.
I did it a few times in this map, but I just
Right.
yeah, I did it really
Yeah.
yeah on obvious places.
Yeah. So I appreciated that, and I think a lot of people did. But yeah, basically there were three pieces of iron here, and there was a sign that said there was going to be water here, and
Yeah,
that immediately sealed it for me in terms of what I was doing.
yes. Some people actually didn't really realize it, but because it's actually not too logical, I guess. Because prismarine water,
Mm,
so I just had to point out the obvious.
right.
Render stays the obvious.
And then there was this trap over here that was just kind of like a falling trap. And I guess because there's a skeleton spawner up here, possibly you
Yeah.
either run back or get knocked back and then
So
fall in it.
that skeleton spawner has a
1 second delay or something.
yeah, 2 seconds. So you run in and then it spawns and you're like, oh god. And actually in my tests, I just immediately got shot into this hole and just yeah.
uh,
This one is pretty mean.
yeah, because I guess this one, if you fall in it, you're gonna burn and possibly die.
Can you actually? Oh yeah, you can actually escape from it like this.
It
You
is.
go
You
up
can. I
and
did. I
then
think I saw someone actually like take a bunch of damage, but managed to save
yeah,
themselves.
oh yeah, and then you could actually place blocks. So it's actually not that bad.
Yeah, it's mean, but it's not the
Yeah,
worst thing. And
if you react correctly, it is in the inventory wipe.
right, and it's already not the first place where coming down some steps you need to be careful.
Yeah,
So
I like to do that a lot.
yeah. There's a few
When you
things that you use over and over again, and for the most part, they're very effective.
yeah,
But that's one of
wise
them.
wise words from War. Whenever you see stairs, don't trust them. I love
uh,
my stairs.
but then, if you did conquer this little area, it was a good area because there was some good loot here.
I think some really good loot. Okay.
The cake and the food. Okay, yeah, it wasn't as good as I was thinking, but the cake is nice and the food is nice.
Yeah,
Early in the map, like that's a bunch of hearts to heal, so that's pretty good. Because
yeah,
even though you have
general
access to the
supplies.
food, like you haven't had a chance to grow it yet, really.
Yeah. Like yeah, in Lumen Spy you could also get all the mushrooms right away.
Oh yeah, that was another thing I was going to ask in terms of like separating out the food. Like I was also surprised that both mushrooms were in Lumen Spire as well, as opposed to being separated a little further in the map.
Yeah, that was me just trying to be nice and not going
Hmm.
all good guns blazing. Because this basically gives me to slowly build difficulty up with maps.
Hmm.
Because if you start really, because there's always this power creep with
Hmm.
maps. I think Infernal Mines also suffered a bit from that. Like you make so many maps and slowly every map has to be more epic, bigger, better than the last one.
Yes, that is
And
definitely a
then
problem, kind of overall in the community right now. I feel like.
yeah,
So I'm glad that there's still people. I
yeah,
mean, even other than like Strawberry Jam, like there's people making some smaller maps that are like 3 objective, 4 objective, 6 objective
yeah,
kind of things.
yeah. Next map is actually going to be smaller. Still 16, but smaller areas just in general.
Got it. Drizzling Cove,
Yeah.
and yeah, the first time I came in here, I basically got far enough in order to see the water and grab a bucket of water. And I
Hmm.
think I immediately took 2 buckets of water back to my base and made an infinite source. And um, yeah, before I then
Yeah.
went on and progressed.
Hmm.
This area, the beginning area, is kind of just fine, and it kind of like spirals around, and you light things up, and you kill zombies, and creepers surprise you, and I
Yeah.
have seen a couple people die and like have trouble with this area, but the first part isn't too bad.
Yeah. This place actually got toned down quite a bit.
I see. Fewer
Like
spawners, or
the length.
I see.
Like this room was a bit. The floor was a bit higher, and it used to wrap around
Oh,
with
this
all
used to have
these
the wraparound. Yeah,
caves.
I haven't
Yeah,
looked at the new map.
and
Okay,
that whole section is what I
interesting.
call transitional zones. Your favorite.
Interesting. There used to be an emerald then underwater, I think, in that section. So did you move that emerald?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just totally remove it. You can't finish the map now. No, yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I placed it over here.
I see. And that's good because I was always wondering if there was anything underwater over here, and so now there is.
Yeah, it's a big body of water. It
Hmm.
should probably be.
I'm curious. I'm gonna turn off night vision again really quick and just see. Yeah, I can definitely see the green. Let's see if I'm in the water. It's hard to see in the water, but if I'm swimming above the
Yeah.
water, you see it.
Mm-hmm.
So the green sticks out. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So this is another one of those Vista epic moment spots where you just come in and you see this whole big cave, like
Mm-hmm.
very vertical, And then you see this peaceful house in the middle, quote unquote peaceful.
Right.
Um,
I've seen in other people's playthroughs. This is something that got added that wasn't in mine. There's like this little parkour up to I think it's like
this
Infernizer level 3. Yeah.
this was in the room down here. Actually,
Oh,
it
that you
didn't.
took out of the
It,
hallway. Got it. Okay.
yeah, it didn't have to push me, but it was actually supposed to be a jumping puzzle.
Got it. And let's
Um,
see. So there's the shortcut back over here at the entrance where you I think was it Kit who like dug straight down and then like fell into the TNT and died. Someone did that. I'm over the shortcut back to the Lumen
oh,
Spire.
I have actually not seen that. I think it was Kid who actually afterwards, like this happened. Oh yeah, it's gravel based. Oh yeah, it's changed. I changed it.
Oh.
Now it's against the wall. But I think what Kid did is
Oh,
he
I tried
what?
to ladder drop, right.
Yeah, yes. Somebody else went down like this, and he fell, and he came up on this ledge. I think Kid's. I think that was Kid.
I think that was me. I
Oh,
think I
was it
didn't
you?
die. I think I fell on the ledge and was like down to like
Ah,
1 heart or
okay.
something. But yeah, I tried to ladder drop and not realize it was against the
Okay.
edge, so I appreciate that you moved it to the
Oh yeah,
edge.
then it was probably Kid who actually died.
So yeah, I think possibly Kit actually died.
Yeah. Also, if you go into game mode 3
Hmm.
and just do you see me?
Yeah.
Okay. If you just look at how close these areas are together,
Oh, the top of Lumenspire and the bottom of Drizzled.
yeah, they're stacked on top of each other.
Wow, yeah, they're like really, yeah, like the ceiling and the floor right over here. Oh, and the secret
Uh,
room is like right below. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, let me get something.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna go
map.
back up into Drizzled now, the main part.
Yeah, I will go to you in a bit as well.
Okay. I hadn't thought about that. That's something I've been looking forward to is seeing kind of the three-dimensional, the ways that the areas kind of intersect and interlock.
Yeah, okay, so I have some maps.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, this was basically supposed to. Oh, this the last one not, but these these were supposed to be in the black wool chest, and they actually used to be in the beta version. I have no idea why they aren't anymore. It's
Interesting.
base it's basically my last way of saying, oh, you missed all these ways to one area.
Oh, so if people can't find corrosion, then they'll know to find it through Drizzled or something.
Yeah, and then that's basically why all the rules on top of the map.
I see. I see. Okay. Yeah,
You
people
also
were
have
asking
the.
me to make a map, and I was like, I don't have any paper, so I can't make a map.
Oh, you actually didn't? Oh, I was thinking of a real life map.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I mean,
Like,
I drew out kind of all the
yeah,
intersections or whatever, so I have something that's it's not artsy and colored or whatever, but like just the names
yeah.
of things and then little lines connecting them.
It took me
Um,
so long to actually place it on, actually make it show up on
yeah,
the map as
that's
well.
pretty good art for something that doesn't appear that anyone would ever get.
Yeah,
And
which is
there's no paper or sugarcane anywhere in the map, right?
yeah, which I will get on
Mm.
later why I did that.
Okay. Yeah, because I thought you said at some point like I commented about that, and you're like, by the time you get to the end or something, and there were the books obviously in
Yeah,
Delusion. I thought
that's
that's what you're talking
why
about.
that's why it makes sense in the end. That's what I meant. Like you get the
Okay.
black wool, you see the map, but it wasn't there.
I see. All right.
Okay, so yeah, this design you go to the house of course at first because it's
Right.
like it just springs out of course.
Right.
It's
And
just
yeah, I
so
was surprised. Ooh, I'm not sure. Oh, that's new, isn't it? The wood
yeah,
chest.
it's the wood
Yeah.
chest.
Okay, got it. Um, great. Yeah, I thought it was gonna blow up, and it turned out to be silverfish, which I guess is like equally bad.
Mhm. I actually don't know if you actually got the full thing because this is a really funny trap. Um, yeah, let's use glass for this. Like So if you trigger it,
Hmm.
some sailfish get dispensed, and it's basically a mini elevator pushing them.
Oh,
I
neat.
found it. I found that so funny to do.
I
Like just
see.
this, like this little turret that comes out of the ground. It just dispenses all these fish on you.
That does look really cool. Yeah, I must have been looking in a different direction or whatever.
Yeah, it's based on a redstone torch, like the redstone torch overheating or whatever it does.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So it burns itself
Which,
out. Tick, tick, tick.
yeah, which is a weird mechanic, I think. Um, but yeah, so you didn't really get the full effect because only like a few fish spawned,
Let's see.
and then in the jukebox is my favorite record.
Is it wait? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
wait.
thought that's what I remembered. Yeah, I like that one too. It's got a good beginning.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, and then this house, I guess it kind of like helps orient you in the cavern. I'll talk about it when we get to the mining shack over before the abandoned mines.
Yeah, when you have the
Um,
fishing rod, like the lure 8 one.
I enjoyed that, and I can't remember if I talked about it on video, but basically, you fish faster if you're open to open sky. And so I tried
Yeah,
digging all the way up into the ceiling of the Victory Monument, and then there was bedrock on the top, and I was sad.
yeah. Yeah, I know you. I know you know this, but most people probably don't notice when watching your video. But this in 1.8, before loot tables were added and the algorithm got changed, this used to only catch fish because lure used to make it so you catch more fish. Like the fish chance gets higher, and the junk and the treasure gets just lower.
I
So this
see.
was basically just an alternative way to quickly farm
Food. Okay.
basically something equal to bread, which you have infinite of if you
Right.
just wait.
Right. But then in 1.9, I guess they changed the mechanics of lure, and so you had to update the loot table.
I already updated loot table just in case people use normal
Got it.
fishing
Fishing
rods
rods,
or
right? Of course.
added Luck of the Sea because there are some books of in the this map that have it. Yeah, it's basically just I don't want people to have power 4 infinity bows at like the beginning of a map.
Right. Yeah. I agree.
It's,
Fishing was super
it's
overpowered, and so yeah, the moment I had the opportunity, I immediately started fishing just to try to get a sense of if you had changed the loot tables and how you had changed them.
yeah. Also
And
something also something funny is lure 8 is actually the highest that actually works. If you use lure 9, it just does nothing.
huh,
Lure 9, it does nothing. But yeah. And also in Skylight, it just catches on instantly. Like the fish starts to show up instantly. Because I believe it's 40 somewhere random between like 20 and 45 seconds.
for just a normal rod.
So yeah, and lure I think it's minus 5 seconds or so.
I
So
see.
when it gets too high, the lure it just basically the
Time is
thingamajig,
negative and rolls over or
yeah,
something
negative,
crazy.
and then
I see.
it continues to go down, but it just doesn't do anything. Um, so with your way with knowing where to go, if you have like the big waterfall, just leads directly to the wool platform,
I see.
which was a bit of a hint, and I believe I can't find it. There was also oh
It's
yeah, this waterfall over here, I
that leads
believe.
directly to corrosion. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically also lit up, and it's more. I was hoping people would say try to try to think like, oh hey, this waterfall is not close to wall. Let's swim up this one. So they would either swim with the corrosion or
I see.
the big one.
Yeah, I didn't reason through, yeah, either of those things.
Yeah, just those small silly things you think of as a map
Yeah,
maker.
and so I think this area and the cliffs are two of the most vertical areas in the whole map, I think,
Yeah.
in terms of just height. And
Hmm.
height is really tough. Like this was kind of near the beginning of the map, which made it even
Yeah.
tougher, but I think at the end of the map this would still be a tough area just because there's so many places where, if you
That's
take a fall, either either you get hurt and die or you just lose three
yeah.
minutes trying to get back up
Hmm. Most falls are actually not that lethal because there's like
because
literally
there's water
water
almost everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and if you
Although then if you
yeah
did
with
die, yeah, somewhere up at the top, then also like 4 of your 5 minutes trying to get back to your stuff is like swimming up the waterfall.
yeah, the wool place is actually just out of chunk loading,
Right. Yeah, I remember
which is
with Wars, he
something you
managed to get his items
yeah.
back when he died in the wool area.
He he actually asked me like, do you know if it's still loaded? I just said no because I thought it was close enough, but actually it's pretty far away.
Hmm. Let's see. So I guess let's kind of like start at the bottom because you could also just kind of like spiral up and kind of like go through the areas one by one.
Yeah, which was really my intention that people do. Start at the bottom, slowly
Right.
go up.
And so here there were some blocks. And here was the shortcut that went over to the Forsaken Cliffs. Well, shortcut. It was another connection way to get over there. As an
Hmm.
aside, let's actually go up here.
Making some spaghetti. Oh yeah, I changed this. Oh,
Oh, interesting. It used to have a bridge here.
yeah. So what I did is now we will get there in a bit.
Okay. In any case, I have seen a bunch of people at the early points of the map who, come up here and they say, oh, is this a different area? It's got, vines and different things. And they come up to the sign, it says Drizzling Cove. And they're like, wait a minute, wasn't I just in the Drizzling Cove?
And then they walk forward and see the next one, or
Right. I don't know, yeah, if there's a way to do that better, but I have seen a lot of people be
yeah,
confused right at the beginning.
just some arrows, but I put the emerald counter
Oh,
because
yeah. Yeah, if you had
I'm
arrows, maybe.
I'm OCD with my intersections, and I want to put the arrows at the most lower point of the sign.
Hmm.
But now the emerald part is there, so I'm OCD.
Yeah, I don't know. Um,
Yeah. If they are close together, it's not that
yeah, when they're
bad.
right next to each other, but they're only in that way in a couple of spots because you like to
Yeah.
put traps in between. Speaking of traps, I see a bunch of Endermen here. Is that a coincidence or
It's conspiracy. No, coincidence.
okay? All right, we don't have to go that way right now.
Okay. To your favorite
Um,
area.
and let's see. You already saw me blow it up, right?
Yeah.
I had fun.
My area.
Let's see. Over here.
Yeah, it's the weakest area, I think.
Oh, the Drizzle Cove.
Yeah.
This was I kind of like the way that this chest is guarded, and you've got the zombie spawners on top and bottom, and then you've got the other ones over here that are kind of
Yeah.
hiding. Although it is a lot of spawners to have at once if people don't immediately see some of them.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that was the purpose with these four ones.
But I
That
think is this
these
Silverlight?
spawn
Sorry.
yeah, the Silverlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty good sword,
Yeah,
so
I agree. It's good loot, so I don't mind the fact that it's hard to get it.
yeah. This actually used to be a really good sword.
Didn't have
Because
fire
sharpness is
aspect?
no uh, wait. Oh. Um
Oh, and then I forget. Is there also like some Duragold back here now or something?
yeah, there's some Duragolds.
Right. Was that in my version
Yeah.
of the map?
Yes.
I
Laura
see.
was the one who tried to find all the
Got it.
Duragolds.
I'm gonna go ahead and break the spawners. They're not spawning continually.
Yeah, these four spawns are actually pretty good for a grinder as well.